We're so back. If you're watching on YouTube, you might be like, NL, you don't sound so good. I have norovirus. I had it yesterday, much worse. I have it today, not nearly as bad, but yeah, we're still recovering. You know what saved my motherfucking life, man? Demonetized ass video 3 seconds into the fucking kid. Stop swearing. Brains at like 20% capacity. Whatever. 30 hours? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so when we were in Japan, Kate got food poisoning. Now, just to be fair to the Japanese-minded audience, she actually got food poisoning in Korea. She carried it with her to Japan. Like, she got it the day before we flew from Korea to Japan. So Japan is innocent in this. When we landed in Japan and got to our hotel, she was like, "Can you go get me some medicine?" And then she like explained it to me, but she didn't know the name. So eventually I found a picture of what she was talking about. And then I went into what I assumed was a Japanese pharmacy, and thankfully I was right. And I like just held my phone up to the workers there until they could direct me to what I needed. And it's a medicine called Cerogon, which I think is literally just like a byproduct of the lumber industry or something like that. They're like little balls of like charcoal or tar or something. I don't know what it is, but it sorted her right out. We brought it home, and she was like, "You should try some of this. It helped me out a lot, man." Your gumma plants made 280 moon drops since your last visit. 1 silk? Are you shitting me, man? Derp, derp, derp. Okay, I gotta remember what the hell I'm doing here. Was it a phoenix down? I wouldn't go that far. No elixir, no fruit juice, nothing like that was saving me yesterday. But it did, I would say that at least the Cerogon, they casted like Undying on me. So my HP went to 1, but I was protected by the buff, so I couldn't go to 0. Now there's a lot of red that we have to build back up in the bar. There's a lot of missing HP, and we're working on it via Vis-a-Vis Canada Dry Sugar-Free Ginger Ale, etc., etc. But I mean, this was some real. I was pretty ill, man. Pretty close to big silos. You know how I know I was ill? Everybody had pizza for dinner last night. I was like, "You guys are disgusting." How could you eat that garbage? Bread, tomato sauce, cheese, and salty meats? Are you crazy? Oh, what do you want to eat, NL? 7 slices of bread straight out of the Wonder Bread bag. Disgusting. Watch anything cool yesterday? So yesterday, it's one of those sick days where like time was moving very distorted in Lordran. There were hours that took days to pass, and there were hours that took just the blink of an eyeball to pass. I did watch all of The Price is Right, which is just that it goes platinum when you're sick. Why? Because like, okay, well, I'll tell you why. So I was laid up on the couch, right? And I was gonna, I was like, maybe this is a good opportunity to watch some movies I haven't had a chance to see yet. When you know it, my smart TV was like, we can't connect to the Wi-Fi. So I was like, okay, I'll troubleshoot that. And then I opened the troubleshooter, and then it was like, we can't even recognize your router. Would you like to manually enter the WPS address of it? And I said, fuck that. I don't have the energy for that right now. So I just turned on what little cable we actually have. So I watched The Price is Right. Anyone see Wheel of Fortune last night? That dude was cooking, man. He was solving the puzzles way faster than I was solving the puzzles. Anybody see Jeopardy yesterday? They weren't sending their best. No disrespect. No disrespect. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't get the final Jeopardy question because, as always, you can have like a pretty good score, and then the final Jeopardy question is always like, bing, small towns in the American South. And I'm like, guess what, bitch? I don't live there. You a true daily double guy? It depends on the conditions of the game. I'll tell you what, one of the daily doubles yesterday was in the book category. It was book for 2000. That's a $1 daily double for me. That's my game theory on that one. Because I'm getting the 400, the 600, and the 800 in the book questions. The 1600 and the 2000, that's tough. That's tough for a guy like me. You gotta, to thine own self, be true. True daily double is metagaming. I understand it, but I do feel like, as a non-data driven Andy, as a holistic vibes-based Andy, I'm sorry, it doesn't make you a bad person, but if you're one of those Jeopardy players that bounces around the categories, I know you're looking for daily doubles, and I know you're not letting your opponents get in the headspace where they know what category the question is going to be so they can, spool up their search algorithm a little faster. But if you're one of those guys who's like, hey, I'll start with world history for 1200, and then they go, okay, give me songs of the 1960s for 400. Like, I'm a you run the category out until the possession of the board changes hands sort of guy. I feel like as a viewer, it's more enjoyable. I hope you find a use for that thing I gave you. They should introduce streak bonuses. Me getting control of the board first, solving all 5 of the sports or pop culture questions because none of the other nerds on Jeopardy ever spec into that stuff, and then locking out Ken Jennings' buzzer for the next 6 questions. Imagine, dude. That would be a hell of a kill streak. I'm not trying to make fun of him, okay? He did great on Jeopardy yesterday, but I was dying. Because the dude who was the champion was he was a one-day champion, all right? So this is the second time he's had to do the fake small talk with the guest. With the host, I should say. And this is his second anecdote, okay, on his entire history of Jeopardy. Ken Jennings is like, I heard you barely got your driver's license. And then the guy was like, yeah. So I, went to the DMV and I got in the car with my instructor. And then my instructor said, okay, to start, can you honk the horn? And I've never honked the horn in the car before, so I didn't know where it was. So I looked around for a minute, and then eventually, out of exasperation, I put my hands on the steering wheel and smacked it with my head, and then the horn went off and I passed my driving test. And I was like, buddy, that's no disrespect, that's your second anecdote. Also, no disrespect, you don't know how to honk the horn on a car? That's like the first thing a toddler knows about. My kid doesn't know how to drive. She knows where the horn is. That's crazy. Anyway, he won. Spoilers, sorry. As a genuine apology. People sometimes DMV that, or DVR that stuff, but... So what are you doing, NL? I'm trying to get to 200 ingots. We don't have 11. We have 190 right now. And then at 200 ingots, we can get better silos. Or maybe we could get... I mean, all we need is gas to get off the planet. I'm so happy that I have Pilot Quest to play today, man. It's so mindless, but like in a good way. I can't imagine if I had to play Silent Hill today. I'd be dead, man. I can't. Just even thinking about all the monsters like throwing up on me or throwing up on James, I guess, is disgusting to me right now. It's fucking disgusting. And I do not get grossed out. Is that really you on Blue Sky? Nope, not me. The Twitter block changes are like insanely bad, but I just think I'm in for the long haul at this point. Like, and the AI stuff, yeah, no, it's really bad, but I think I'm going down with the ship. By the way, if this is, like, if they were pretending to be NL, and it's not just the librarian establishing, you know, good SEO or whatever, you guys are doing horrendous damage to my aura when you keep getting baited by these imposters. Like, I'm supposed to have a very learned, aware audience, man. And people keep coming in here and being like, was it you that offered me stream coaching? And I'm like, buddy, I thought this was like... I can see my demographics, man. We got like average viewers, like 25 to 34 years old with a bachelor's degree. Like, what are we doing here? Let me know when you get those gift cards I sent you. Those Amazon gift cards are gonna go crazy once every 6 months when I buy a new water filter for my fridge. Get it twisted. My stream coaching would go crazy. Have a little bit of contempt for your audience, but also believe in the innate good of mankind. Probably my average time going live on a weekly basis is less than like most full-time streamers spend at their starting soon screen over the course of a week. Like, it's crazy, man. Let's try it, kid. 11 meat. I mean, we can leave as soon as we get to 15 meat. That's fine. I think we're gonna have the ingots. Pick a dog shit game and play it till people beg you to stop. Well, what are you talking about? Are you talking about Pilot Quest? People love Pilot Quest, man. Looking for buyer? Are you hunting the new boss? No, I just needed something to do, really. Meat. I don't care. I got 15 minutes in the exclusion zone, man. You can't harm me. What's your problem? Yep. Yo! That's pretty good, man. Could be worse. All right, I think that's good enough. How would you feel if 80% of chat was AI? You guys are glazing AI like way too hard. I like to think of myself as like a pretty logical guy. I hate it all. Outside of like the protein folding and like medical modeling stuff. just because I can. I feel like it's soulless, and I feel like it's a betrayal of our species in a way to build a machine that outsources the human spirit instead of allowing it to flourish within each and every one of us. But people like, oh, it's so over. It's so over. Have you seen the average AI reply on X, the Everything app? They literally just, like, AI is so amazing. It's so good at literally restating the original sentence, but in different words. You can smell it off the screen like a mile away, man. Because I get served all these like movie tweets. And people will write like, this was the scene where everything in the substance came together. And then the top reply is like some dude with a blue check who's like, I really enjoyed seeing this scene in the movie. I really felt this is where all the themes came together. And I'm like, yeah, buddy, that's what she said. Chat, how do I get out of here? Just leave. No! Down. Okay, thank you, thank you. AI is just a tool. Do you think cavemen complained when someone invented the toothbrush? Hey, they made fun of fucking Thomas Edison when he invented the toilet too. This is exactly the same thing. They also hated on like a lot of inventions that ended up being good. Sure, they probably hated on a million inventions that ended up being like total dog shit or like a net negative for society. But there's like a few that fucking, they were really cooking with those. It's the same argument people use for like, the big banks are scared of bonk coin. First they hate you, then they join you, then you win. The stamina pill, but we can wait. Upgrade your silos. What do you want from me, man? What do you want from me? $10,240. $200 ingots? Are you shitting me, man? Psychotic, dude. What's your thoughts on Gentil's Heisman chances? I think he has an optics problem because Boise State is not considered a glazed team. Like it's not one of the AP's darlings. So I think he's got a problem there. But if he keeps putting up the numbers, he's going to be in the conversation at least. He's getting, honestly, it's good for him. He's getting, Travis Hunter is bringing him up unprompted. On podcasts, like raising his profile. He's hard for me to see on the blue turf. Dude, I took that Sarugan. Every time I burp, it tastes like I drank like a tree. What thoughts on what happened to the Huskies this year? Well, I think that's what happens when you build your offense around like a 27-year-old quarterback, man. It's like once he gets drafted by the Falcons and you actually have to play like a real college-aged individual behind center, like it's time to start rebuilding the offense. Now, let me think about this for a second. I guess we're just going back out into the fucking... You do look like you have a status effect today. You should have seen me yesterday, man. Who you got in the Apple Cup? You guys don't know ball. The Apple Cup happened like week 3. Cougars cleared easily, man. They're going to get ranked, too. If they beat Hawaii, they're going to get ranked. What, the Rizzler! Get out of here! I'm getting my shit rocked, man. Oh, brother. I don't have any moon drops to even shoot my gun. This is a disaster, man. When you see an agent, you do what we all do. You run. I'm not even worried about losing the meat. I'm more like, what am I supposed to be doing right now, man? I don't mean to be rude to Pilot Quest, which is a great game. The end game seems a little silly, though. Like, we've done our part. I'm ready for it to be over, I guess. But it feels like to get to the final step is going to take us a bit. The idea is to play one of the other games. Yeah, but I don't have the silo space to, like, commit to it, man. So I need to buy bigger silos. So you're going to say buy bigger silos. Yeah, but I don't have 200 ingots yet. Why are you talking about it like it's Elden Ring? Okay, but are people like, first they hate you, then they join you, then you win? Are people like joining me on the take yet that Elden Ring is too long? Or are people still gonna get their feelings hurt? No, we want more recycled dragon bosses. Please, the game, it was a 9.99 out of 10. If you just fought like 6 more dragons, then it would have been a 10 out of 10. That would have raised the dollars per hour to 70 cents, which is, according to my rigorous statistical analysis, would make it one of the top 30 games of all time. Of course, nothing's ever gonna touch Terraria or RuneScape, but... Terraria is good, though. It's a perfectly cromulent game. Good morning, King. How was Canada week? You will suffer gastrointestinal distress this week. I'm putting a curse on you. A 23 to 40 nanometer viron from the class Noroviridae is going to enter your body via the fecal to oral route. Probably because some dude at the sports bar had norovirus 10 days ago and thought he was no longer contagious and then absolutely painted the bathroom and didn't wash his hands. You will suffer. I got a colonoscopy last month. My condolences, that shit does suck pretty hard. Speaking from experience. There's a 50-year-old in chat? No, man, they're just literally, okay, maybe. And also, like, in general, I don't want to be, like, too edgy, but I think colonoscopies are, like, probably a good thing. I just have a bias against them because it's literally, like, the lengths that they will go to not give a young man antibiotics. They literally said, yeah, we could give you the antibiotics, like all of your symptoms are resonating with like some kind of food-borne illness. But first, let me just like, could you just completely empty your colon, drink this god-awful magnesium solution, shit your brains out for like 12 hours, and then we'll shove a camera up your colon. Then they shove it up the colon, and you read your medical report after, and they say, colon was inflamed. Possible foodborne illness or intravenous drug use? The proctologist was negging me, man. They said either he's got foodborne illness or he's addicted to fucking heroin. She was driving me crazy. I'm just, give me that, just put the antibiotics in the bag, bro. It's driving me crazy. You know, this shit's got me like resenting my grandma. My grandma got a lung infection. She's like 82 years old. My mom was telling me about it. She's like, yeah, she had a lung infection, so she went to the doctor and got antibiotics. I was like, must be nice being fucking 82. She'll never know how hard it is to be a young man, a relatively young man. Oh, Zolnak? 15? Eat shit, man. It's like a secret door. Something's going on in there. I gotta get out. They did try to give her maid as well, but she refused, which is her right. It's a little not based of her to refuse it, because like it would have alleviated some of the burden on our public healthcare system. But it's her right. It's her right, man. What's maid? Medically assisted and induced death. It's the drink that kills you. Dude, one of the best Canadian news headlines of all time is the one that's like, man treated at hospital for taking a sip of his friend's suicide cocktail. It's so funny. So it is like, it's a drink, I guess. It's like a sedative combined with other stuff that ends your life humanely. But like I love the idea that he just is like, I'm not gonna drink the whole thing because that'll kill me, but I gotta know what this bitch tastes like. And apparently he took a sip and he had to go to the hospital. So you can imagine that the bottle probably, it does what it says on the label. Let's put it that way. I can understand like feeling like you gotta try it. No, I wouldn't. Did it taste good? I have to imagine it tasted like pure garbage, man. But we gotta ask him, like he's the only one that has the information. No, they didn't really ask my... I'm starting to see why some of you guys are falling victim to the Discord stream coaching. They didn't actually ask my grandma if she wanted to commit medically assisted or induced death because she had a lung infection. Political ads be like, but you could imagine that it could have happened, right? And that's all, that might even be worse than it having happened for real. I don't have 100 moon ingots, man. I need to buy 5 meats. We should play something else, man. Like, what's our, is there any way for us to know what our capacity is right now? Could you answer my question, please? Like, I think that I want to make sure that if I take some time off from Pilot Quest, that I can get to 200 ingots. You can hold 750 right now? Oh shit. Okay, we out. Let me slash marker this.